Jake the Film Guy, Microbudgeter.com, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the different forms of payment that you can receive when you're doing video production for your client.
There's a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
Number one, good old-fashioned cash. I don't recommend doing cash. Long story short, I once received payment for a service that I asked for a check, and the client gave me cash. And the cash was issued in the old $100 bills from like the 90s. I immediately panicked thinking, oh no, my bank's gonna think I'm trying to defraud them, which of course I wasn't, but these bills look so old. In this day and age, it looks eerily like a fake. I went to the bank, explained the situation. I said, please don't deposit this. Please just let me know. I've been with you guys for a while. I just want to know if this is even a real bill. I don't mean to defraud you guys. They took a look, brought in a couple of folks. After a while they decided, well, looks okay. We usually take these kinds of bills out of circulation for this very reason. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yes, it's legal tender, but does it look like legal tender in this day and age? Especially when things are increasingly paperless, I highly recommend you do not do cash for that reason. Which leads me to the second form of payment, the check. Now the check is something that, where possible, you should avoid as well, simply because it could bounce on you. Now, having said that, if you know and trust the client, by all means, take a check. If it's a certified check, that's even better. Third type of payment processing you can consider is good old credit card. Now, there are a couple of different items you can use to check out somebody via a credit card. First of which would be a square reader. A square reader will give you something as small as literally a little square about that big that will plug into the headphone jack on your phone, and then you can swipe the card that way or you can enter it in manually. Nonetheless, it'll charge a whole plethora of different fees to use their payment processor. You'd have to go to the Square website, honestly, the Square website to find out what those fees are. Which leads me to the fourth item on this list, which could be your website. Now, go and take a look and see if your CMS, minus Squarespace, if you're using WordPress, I'm sure there's a plugin for it, but see if your CMS has a way to accept credit card payments and to do it securely. Squarespace takes all the pain out of doing it. I am not an affiliate for Squarespace. I just have been with them for years now, and I like them and use them, so I can recommend them with honesty. They have a secure checkout link when you go and check out through their digital payment processor, and it integrates with Stripe. So you're just going to have one of two fees, most commonly the standard industry rate of 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. Obviously it gets a little more detailed if you have bada bing, bada boom, or bada bam. But when it comes down to it, brass tacks, most of the times that's the average rate. Which leads me to my last and my personal favorite, and it doesn't cost you a dime to get set up, just a little bit of time, and that's number 5, PayPal. I highly recommend that you get a PayPal account set up for your business, because even if your user, or your customer, your client, if they don't have a PayPal account, they can still check out with their credit card of choice. If they have a PayPal account, that's great. PayPal also offers, as of this time, the 6 months no money down option and 0% interest if everything is paid off during those 6 months, assuming that they make regular monthly payments. It's a line of credit that's favorable for small businesses. Check it out. It'll take you probably less than an hour to get set up, to be verified as a PayPal vendor, and then you can start using that link to have people check out. You can even then go to, when I say link, and I especially mean this, you can go to paypal.me, and that will allow people to send you funds directly with whatever your tag or handle is. You can see mine in the post below. But the great thing is, if your handle is, say, Sam the Ram, then you could say paypal.me/Sam the Ram. People would go, they'd see your mug and say, hey, there's Sam the Ram, let's send them $500. So they can type in 500, or you could even then say Sam the Ram /500 to send them to a link that'll check them out for $500. What? It's a free system. It is a free point of sale to then make transactions. It is perfect. Now, I've heard horror stories of PayPal. I have never personally experienced them, so I cannot vouch for them. I cannot describe what they're like. I've always had zero problems with PayPal. As with every payment processor, be a good steward of people's information. I shouldn't have to spell that out, but the last thing you want to do is have to deal with the chargeback, or even worse than that, a nasty customer. Somebody who's irate because you dropped the ball when you were meant to serve them. Speaking of service, it is my honor and privilege to share this information with you on this channel and on the blog. I would ask in return that you would hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, turn on notifications and leave a comment below. What other payment processor do you enjoy using? Until next time, I wish you the best of success, God bless you, and keep creating with the King. I'll catch you in the next blurb.